Here we go, it is episode 50, the final season of the Reboot franchise. It's a bittersweet affair, and I know there's been some inconsistencies with the uploading. It's just, I don't think it's avoidable at this stage of the life cycle of, this Madden year and stuff. It's just how it goes towards the end, but we're here, we're ready to finish this final season with the Ravens. We're hoping to finish it with a Super Bowl win. Let's take a quick look at the upgraded team here. Everybody upgraded to the best they can be. We've almost got Philip Van Dijk as a 90 rated quarterback. We've got just good rated players absolutely everywhere. Solid in every single position, and we are absolutely ready for these Los Angeles Chargers. I said it right first try somehow. We played the Chargers not that long ago in week 15 and we beat them 34-9. And at the time I said this is the kind of game which is a playoff test game. It was a playoff, it obviously literally is a playoff level opponent. And here we are in the divisional game against them. We've got home field advantage, of course. Not much more left to say. We already looked at the team the first time we played them, and in a few weeks not much has changed. Let's take a quick look at injuries to see if anything happened there, but then let's get straight into this game. So injuries, a big one here for Jeremiah Ataochu, who is a 93 overall and won't be playing for them, and Trey Hopkins, 81 overall. I'm not sure if he started for them or not, but we won't be seeing him in this game, of course. Now let's get into it. So here we go, back in the playoffs. That's exactly where this team belongs, and we've got a quick little snapshot there of the AFC Championship picture. Potentially the Browns and Jaguars playing to become our opponents if we manage to win this game. So first off, let's get into this game. So on 3rd and 9, we've got a chance to get him off the field here. Rolling out left, looking to pass downfield, but Hunter Washington, I would say that he turns up in the playoffs, but he's been here all season long with a great play there. So we get the ball now, and Philip Van Dijk looking to the right, looking to run. No, he ends up passing it out there. Quick pass to Kendrick Ellis, and now on 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Runs into his tackle as he tries to escape the pocket and gets sacked. 3rd and 5 now. Looking for George Connor, who cannot make the catch. He gets immediately hit. That injury timeout wasn't for him, and as we try to go for 3 points here, the Chargers block it. BJ Wiener isn't fast enough, and they'll score 6. The Chargers put up 6 points when they should have been taking 3, and they take the lead here. 7-0 now. Philip Van Dijk back with the ball, not seeing anybody open, trying to get out and just running straight into an end there who held contain. 2nd and 22 now. Van Dijk trying to go over the middle, but Perriman was just there waiting for it, and now Perriman into the end zone for a touchdown. Now the Chargers defense has put up 14 points against us. The defense not letting them do anything yet, but our offense scoring points against themselves at this point. And there they try to go for it on 3rd and 7, but the pass is broken up by Casey Jacobs, and our offense needs to get going here. The defense is holding their end of the bargain, and now David Johnson with a big run, fighting through contact, giving the ball back to him on 3rd and 3. Stopped just short of the first down, so we'll go for it. 4th and inches. David Johnson stopped. Another turnover there, but it's the kind of risk we need to take. 3rd and 1. We stop them. The defense is absolutely stopping them, but their defense is absolutely stopping us right now. 3rd and 21 now for Philip Van Dijk. Rolling to the right, looking to pass, but now it looks like he's going to tuck it and run himself. Philip Van Dijk not giving up yet. Still driving. Stopped just short. We're going to go for it because we need this first down, and we get it with Philip Van Dijk. We spread the field, a quarterback draw, we get the first down. 3rd and 4, and now the offense is starting to click a little bit. George Connor there with the catch for the first down, and a pass over the middle to Ashley Stokes. 20 seconds left in the first half, and we put some very needed points on the board. Scoring before the half ended was absolutely vital. We got some rhythm here, and we'll take that into the second half now with Ashley Stokes just splitting those defenders for the touchdown. So now we're in the second half with possession. A screen to George Connor, which was blocked perfectly for him. George Connor with a big gain down the side, and now to David Johnson, letting our big playmakers make big plays, and that's what they're doing. Really taking the momentum we got in that first half at the end of it. And on 2nd and 10, a pass to George Connor, which couldn't be completed. It was a tough catch to make. 3rd and 10, looking now to the left, and Kendrick Ellis can't make that catch. 2 chances in a row that we missed, but we get a field goal, so the score 14-10 on our 1st and 10. Kevin Hagler stepping up, getting a sack. This defense doing exactly what it needs to right now, stopping the Chargers, moving the ball pretty much all together. 3rd and 20 for them, and a lot of trouble here, and they take the sack. Bernard Cooper getting that one, and on 4th and 29, they'll punt away to Ashley Stokes. We're still behind here, but that can all change right now as Ashley Stokes makes a man miss, weaving between guys, taking that all the way to the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10 now. Philip Van Dijk in pressure, gets the ball out. Ashley Stokes with a ridiculous catch. Next play, 1st and 10 from the 19. David Johnson taking it down to the 6-yard line. And on 1st and goal from the 6-yard line, zipped into Ashley Stokes. 3 plays, 6 points. The lead now 17-14. A forced fumble there from Tim Williams, recovered by Keemon Hardwick. It is overturned though. He was down by contact. 2nd and 13, and a sack coming in from Rashad Peters, making himself known to the quarterback. 3rd and 22 now. He's rolling out to the right, looking downfield to pass. He does complete. Melvin Gordon tries to get away from Rashad Peters with a spin move. Not gonna happen. He's stopped there. Rashad Peters pretty much stopped that drive himself. And on 1st and 10, they did pin us to the 2-yard line, and they get a safety. So now the score's 17-16 late in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 7, they're not getting anything there. 3rd and 2 now from the 46, and that pass is broken up. It's Gilbert Turner in on it. So 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line, a 1-point lead, and now Van Dijk in some trouble. Ingram chasing, but he gets away from him, still going downfield, getting pushed out 2 yards shy, ran about 50 yards for an 8-yard gain, and on 2nd and 2 going deep for Stokes, wide open for the touchdown. Ashley Stokes with a 37-yard touchdown. Absolutely nobody near him, just absolutely torched his cornerback, and I said absolutely a few too many times. 1st and 10 now from the 19-yard line. Jay Prosh looking, finding his man wide open. It's Kevin Hagler who got shown up in coverage there. Ball coming out at the end, but didn't look like a fumble, doesn't matter anyway. And on 3rd and 16, the sack coming in, a second one for Rashad Peters. That's something else he can do, doesn't do too often, but he's doing it today with the sacks, and Kurt Weeks with a nice catch there. 2nd and 7 now, Van Dijk looking to pass again. The passing game's working, but he's also working when he runs with his own feet, and that's what he's doing here, taking it close to the 30-yard line. 3rd and 6, it's play action, looking to the right, but cannot find anyone open before he's sacked as the 2-minute warning comes in. 24-16 the score, and there we go. Casey Jacobs ends the game there. You might as well blow the whistle. That'll finish it. Casey Jacobs with the game-winning interception. Prosh looking that direction. Never should have tried it. And now 2nd and 2. We're trying to run the clock out, but this will help us just as much. Getting the score here will absolutely close this game out. The Chargers do have another possession here with 26 seconds left at the 12-yard line, and they do get a touchdown here. Hunter Henry with the catch, but it's all about this onside kick, which is recovered by Rashad Bass, and that will end the game. And so we win our first playoff game. I mean, at times it looked close, but it really wasn't, because their offense never stood a chance, and our offense, well, once they started moving the ball, they were really moving it. So Philip Van Dijk in the end has 210 yards, 65% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns. Did have that 1 interception as well, a pick 6, but it happened early and he came back from it. David Johnson with 132 yards and a touchdown. Van Dijk himself with 90 yards on the ground. He, at one point, that's what we needed from him, and it's exactly what he did. He stepped up and he got us those yards when the passing wasn't working. Passing, you can see here, a little bit spread out this time. George Connor 4 for 50. Kendrick Ellis 4 for 44. Ashley Stokes 4 for 93. And then TJ Gibbs with 1 catch on a screen that just wasn't blocked and he got no yards. Kurt Weeks with 1. David Johnson with 1. But then the defense, Rashad Peters, Marlon Humphrey leading with 6 tackles each, but sacks. 2 for Rashad Peters, 1 for Bernard Cooper, 1 for Rashad Bass, Kevin Hagler and Hunter Washington. Interceptions, 1 for Casey Jacobs. Bunch of guys stepping up in this game. Technically, I think some forced fumbles. No, because the one we did get was out of bounds. I thought maybe they'd count it. It was close, but I did think it was out of bounds, and it was. So those are the stats. We win our first playoff game, and let's find out who we'll be playing next. And standing in the way between us and a Super Bowl appearance. Could it be any sweeter than that? The team we never got to play because we accidentally simmed that week. I say we, it's my fault. I accidentally simmed that week. And here they are, the 14-2 Jacksonville Jaguars. If I had it my way, they'd be 13-3 and we'd be 14-2. Big game, and it's away from home. The first time we've played in the playoffs away from home. So we'll take a look at that team, but first let's take a look at the route up until the AFC Championship game. So in the wild card round, the Chargers beat the Steelers, the Redskins dropped to the Falcons, the Bills lost to the Browns, and the Packers beat the Rams. Moving into the divisional round where the Browns lost to the Jaguars 35-7, but they're in the playoffs in the divisional round. Then the Falcons at Seahawks with the Falcons winning Chargers at Ravens. We obviously know how that one went. And the Packers and Saints. The Packers took the win in that one, which means the conference games, the Falcons at the Packers, those two teams are what we're looking at as opponents if we get past these Jaguars. We are last year's Patriots. The Jaguars stood in our way. I don't know exactly what the team looks like now, so let's take a look. So the quarterback, 91 rated Blake Bortles, but they also have a third-year player, Aaron Bolden, with an 80 rating, which isn't too bad. The running back, Leonard Fournette, 99 overall. The fullback, Spencer Hiddleston, an 88 overall. The wide receivers, Casey Go-Lucky, 99 overall. Allen Robinson, 98 overall, and Marquise Lee with a 90 overall. And, well, that's not a group you want to meet, but if anybody's got the cornerbacks, it might be us. The tight end, Trey Burton with a 91 overall, and then Antonio Howard, a third-year player behind him. Left tackle, Cam Robinson now with a 99 overall. A left guard, Jack Mewhort with a 91 overall. The center, Brandon Linder, 94 overall. Right guard, AJ Cann, 88 overall. And the right tackle, Scott Kittner with an 89 overall. Very strong line. Left end, Yannick Ngakwe with a 94 overall. The right end is Dewan Smoot, 84 overall, so a little weaker there, but obviously also not very weak. Avery Jones, 91 overall. Malik Jackson, 83 overall. Andrew Billings, 81 overall. Not bad group of guys there either, assuming they're playing a 4-3 still. Ono Harper, left outside linebacker, 94 overall for the third-year player. Lawrence Natil, 92 overall for the fourth-year player. Danny Trevathan, the 80 overall behind him. And Telvin Smith, the 88 overall at right outside linebacker. Now, it was Lawrence Natil, I believe, who was favourite for Defensive Player of the Year before we snatched it away. And cornerback, AJ Boyd, 92 overall. Quinton Rollins, 81 overall. And then a Derek Clinton Dix, a 79 overall. The free safety, John Johnson with the 87 overall. And the strong safety, Joey Brackens, a second-year player, 96 overall out of Penn State. Those are the Jaguars. Very, very, very strong opponents. Not a single weak spot. Nowhere we can look on the roster and say, we can exploit that guy, we can exploit that part of the field. Just very strong. We've got to be at our absolute best to beat them. But if we do, we'll be back in the Super Bowl. But no talking about the Super Bowl before we're done with this game in the rain in Jacksonville. And they start with a run. Leonard Fournette running strong, and we're struggling to stop him right now. 2nd and 3, and you see that he gets the first down. Right now, not good for us against the run, and now they're going for the pass, and not great there either as they get a big completion downfield. 1st and 10 now going to the left, but Rashad Bass all over that, came with him the entire way, takes him down for a loss. 3rd and 11 now. Blake Bortles looking to the right, rolling to the right, moving himself. He's under some pressure, throwing it across his body for the touchdown. That should never be allowed to happen. A quarterback thrown across his body should be dangerous. Instead, it just results in a touchdown for him. But David Johnson starting this game strong with a big run. It's now onto Philip Van Dijk and his arm, and he gets a big completion down the field. And we're pretty much just showing the Jaguars we can do exactly what they do, but we can do it a little bit better, a little bit quicker. And David Johnson in for the touchdown. Would not be stopped by John Johnson there, running straight through him. One man stood in his way, and that's not enough. 3rd and 11 for Blake Bortles. Going to the left, absolutely nowhere to go, and he just ends up throwing that one all over the place. And the Jaguars punting after that on 4th and 11. Ashley Stokes back to return. Ashley Stokes running into a pile. He gets tackled. He does not get tackled. He gets out of that contact. Gets away from a second man now. Just beats this guy. And this is exactly what Ashley Stokes always sees. It's wide open green pastures. The best punt returner in the NFL. I'd go as far as to say that. And a 92-yard touchdown return in the AFC Championship game puts a little weight to my words. And on 2nd and 7, they find a wide open receiver. Marlon Humphrey getting beaten deep. 1st and 10, Blake Bortles throwing again for the completion to his fullback, taken out at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal, they go for this fake fullback running back pitch, but Tyus Bowser is able to get him down. 3rd and goal, 7-yard line. Blake Bortles looking to step up himself. It looks like he's going to go himself, and we don't get there in time, and he gets the touchdown, tying this game up at 14 apiece, and it's only second quarter, 8 minutes left. Plenty of football left to play. 2nd and 21 for us, and Philip Van Dijk in some trouble and is injured. Plenty of football left to play, but right now Philip Van Dijk won't be playing that football. BJ Wiener has a wide open Ashley Stokes, but overthrows him. And now we've got to worry about if Philip Van Dijk's going to come back, but this defense cannot worry about that. They've got to worry about the Jaguars' offense, and they do exactly that, stopping them there. Tim Williams with the sack, and we try and run the ball. David Johnson can't get it done, so Wiener's going to have to throw. He's rolling out to the left, looking for DeMarcus Packer, who makes a great catch. It was an awful throw, but a great catch. 1st and 10 now, and some pressure again on Blake Bortles as we have to punt the ball away, but don't worry because we get the ball back, no points scored, and we're in the second half now, and Philip Van Dijk is back on the field, but unfortunately Philip Van Dijk throws an interception. The fumble there is recovered by the Jaguars again, so a chance flashed before our eyes but went away, and now Marlon Humphrey should have had that one. Another chance. Is this what it's going to be? Chances flashing but not taking advantage of them, and the Jaguars are doing the opposite, taking advantage of those chances, and they get a catch here. Not just a catch, they get the touchdown here, and now the Jaguars lead 21-14. 2nd and 9. Van Dijk to pass, going deep downfield for David Johnson. He was out wide as a receiver and he beats his man. 2nd and 6, and now he's going to be running the ball. David Johnson finding some gaps, tackled at the 1 yard line, and we'll give him a chance to punch this one in, and it's exactly what he does, taking it in for the touchdown. Unfortunately though, we missed the extra point, so we're still down 1 point, but Keywan Hardwick here, a little gift for us with the pick. This could change the game absolutely, and Keywan Hardwick goes out with a broken collarbone after that heroic play. So 1st and 10. Offense has got to do something for Hardwick here after he's put his body on the line for us, and Van Dijk does that, weaving between defenders. We're now down at the 7 yard line. Johnson fighting to the 1 yard line, and we had to settle for a field goal. So now 1st and 10, 9 minutes left in this game, and we stop them there. And a sack coming in there as well. Tyus Bowser with a big play. 3rd and 21. Bortles gets the reception, but he gets stopped short of the 1st down. So we'll have another chance with the ball ourselves here, but we've got our own 3rd and 7, and Van Dijk just cannot get free at the moment, keeps getting sacked. 3rd and 4, and Blake Bortles keeps getting sacked, and the fumble recovery. Jaleel King forced it, recovers it. 2nd and 4, handing the ball off to David Johnson here. Only 2 minutes left in this game. What can we do here? We go for it on 3rd and goal, trying to punch it in. Tariq Cohen, okay, so maybe not punching, and we make a big decision here. We know we may not get the touchdown here, and we are happy with that if we can pin them at the 1 yard line. It's a quarterback draw. Philip Van Dijk doesn't get in. We turn the ball over. 2 points in this game, but they have to go from the 1 yard line. A chance for a safety to begin with. Not going to be there as they get not a 1st down, but enough space to breathe. 1st and 10 from the 13 yard line. 40 seconds left in this game. 35 seconds left in this game. Completed to the 31 yard line. They obviously have to spike the ball. They've got no timeouts left. 2nd and 10. 20 seconds left in this game. Blake Bortles looking to go for it himself. He does go for it himself. Is tackled inbounds. And when they get the ball back, when they get it spiked, they've only got 2 seconds left. They've got to go for it downfield now. We've got a chance for a pick. They've got a chance for a catch, but neither happens. And we win the game. It was a bold choice, but it works out for us. So here was my thought process behind this decision, right? We had a chance to either get a touchdown, put the game out of reach completely with the time that was left on the clock, or we get, turn the ball over at the 1 yard line, and they've got to go 99 yards. Obviously, they only had to get into field goal range, but that's still like 70 yards. If we would have kicked the field goal, they would have got possession at least the 25 probably, with just as much time on the clock. Pretty much the same distance to go, but obviously a lot further down the field. We could have had a chance, obviously, for a safety and things like that. I preferred to put the fate of the game in the hand of our defense, right there on the spot. If we get that touchdown, game over. If we don't, I had enough belief in the defense to stop them, that long march down the field was going to be too much for them, and that's exactly what turned out to be. Far too long to go. They didn't have enough time. They had no timeouts left. We managed to tackle them in bounds, and that pretty much sorted that out. Now, this game was close, and I don't think it's necessarily down to our team not playing as well as they should have done. They didn't play as well as they should have done, but we had a lot of injuries, and one of our starting safeties has broken his collarbone. Of course, won't be there for the Super Bowl, but also we just saw how good the Jaguars are. We couldn't really stop them. We couldn't really do too much against them on offense. It's because they're so good. They're the number 1 ranked rush defense in the NFL, and we struggled. Well, we didn't actually struggle too much to run against them once we, started using Philip Van Dijk. Well, his day, obviously, there as a passer, not great. 99 yards, 63% completion percentage, just 1 interception. But rushing is where we needed him, and he came up with 49 yards. You see that? It's not a lot of yards, especially for what we're used to, but we managed to grind them out. We managed to, get the touchdowns. So there is that. The receiving, David Johnson, really, this was all his game. No receiving touchdowns, though, of course. And then defensively, this is where everybody shined. Rashad Peters, of course he shows up. When it's the defense that needs to step up, it's Rashad Peters who's the first man. Keywon Hardwick, big game from him, now injured, but he got injured with this one interception, which maybe you could argue that was the game-changing play right there. That interception that gave us the possession again and got us another score. You never know what could have happened if that didn't happen. Let's take a look at the sacks. 2 for Tyus Bowser, 1 for Jaleel King, 1 for Tim Williams, and 1 for Rashad Bass. The interceptions, the 1 by Keywon Hardwick. We did have a forced fumble as well. 1 by Jaleel King, 1 by David Johnson on the turnover. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get that ball back. Fumble recoveries. Jaleel King forced a fumble, recovered his own fumble. Big day for him, which means, of course, again, that somebody else was injured. I couldn't actually keep up with people, dropping out of the game and stuff. There was all sorts of people. If we look at just the tackles again, there were all sorts of people stepping in. Kevin Hagler had a bigger day because at some point Gilbert Turner started playing safety before the actual injury to Hardwick. I think, linebackers, there was something there. At the outside linebackers, there were guys missing for a little bit. It was crazy all around. And of course, what also helped us was this. Ashley Stokes, not only 1 touchdown to 92 yards. Well, actually, Ashley Stokes did pretty much only score that 1 touchdown. What a touchdown it was, though. But on the kick returns, Kevon Flowers and Ashley Stokes causing them problems with good returns, good averages. And thanks to Ashley Stokes, not just thanks to him, but a big part in thanks to him, because we couldn't get much going on offense, we win this game. So there we go. In the Super Bowl, the final game of the Reboot franchise will be a Super Bowl against either the Packers or the Falcons. But if you want to know who we will be playing, you'll find that out next week.